will start. Good evening. So today webinar on UX UI design. So today is the 5th day of our webinar series, and today with us Mr. Rahul. He is a software engineer from Novi Solution Private Limited, Mangalore. He is an engineering graduate from Sahyadri College, Mangalore. He is very good, talented in his engineering days. He has been 2 years working in Novigo, and he's having the experience in UX UI design. So today he's going to give the basics of UX UI design. Over to you, Mr. Rahul.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Surya, for that introduction. I'll just share my screen, and also you can just confirm if I'm audible.
It's visible, sir. It's visible.
Yes, thank you. So we will start with our session for today, guys. So it is Introduction to UI UX. So you might have heard this term UI UX in like social media or from your friends speaking, right? This is a booming technology. They're getting more jobs and people are going behind UI UX and all that. So today we will get to know what exactly this UI UX is, why it has so much hype in the current market, and what is the use of this to engineers, like why engineers need this. So this session will be basically for those who are aspiring to become a UI UX designer. They have a little bit idea of about it. This is the first category of people who are in this, who can watch this. And some of them might have a basic idea of what UI UX is, but want to learn a bit more about it. This is also for you. It is also for someone who doesn't know anything about UI UX and first time. So for those kind of students also, this session is there. So just be with the session, and if you have any doubt, just I'm also seeing the chat here, so you can just post it there. So without wasting much of time, we will start with the session. So, Mr. Surya gave a wonderful introduction about me, but again, I will just repeat since there is a slide already that I have created. So, my name is Rahul Anil, and I am currently working as a Microsoft Power Platform developer at Novigo Solutions from last 2 years. Before that, I used to work as a freelance UI UX designer. I was also working as a design consultant during my college days for various companies across India. And through this experience that I got from working with various people, various startups, various companies, I got this whole knowledge about UI UX. And I'm going to share a bits and pieces about the same with you guys. I hope this will help you. So I hope you're all ready, sitting on your sofa with your laptop or computers or your mobile screens. I hope you're sitting like the guy there. Just chill and listen to this session. And I hope you will enjoy it as well. Okay, so just hope you will take something back from this session. So first thing, before jumping directly into UI UX, you have to define this term. What is design, right? First of all, design is a main component. You hear it everywhere, not only in the software world. It is there in all the branches of engineering. You hear there is a word called as design, not only in the engineering field but also creative field. You go to any field, we have the word design in it. So what is this design? And I just went to Google and just I searched what is design, and I got this phrase, guys. Design is a process of imagining and planning the creation of objects, systems, buildings, vehicles, etc. So here we have, see, all the fields. Objects, it may be a furniture. Even designing a furniture is a part of it. Systems, maybe electronics guys are designing circuit boards. Even that is a part of design. There are people who are designing softwares, UI UX apps, right? The apps for various companies, apps for say managing Excel, Microsoft. All these companies have different softwares, so even for that also we require design. Buildings, even civil engineers have to design architecture for to build that buildings. And also vehicles, automobile engineers, and they all have this design. There is something called as a design, which is a process. But according to me, just to put it in simple words, it's about creating solutions for people. right? This is what you should remember when you start with any designing process, that you are just creating a solution for people. You're still in, I hope you guys are second year students, I think so. And you guys will be in your degree, you will be building projects going forward. So I want you guys to keep this in mind. You should build a solution for people, right? So that is what you should build. That is what a project means. So just keep these things in mind before you're building anything in your engineering life. So that will help you grow and learn a lot. So I think the definition of design is clear in our heads now, and we understand the term design. So what are the types of design? There is not just one design, right? There are different types of designs. There is graphic design. Okay, we make posters for Instagram, graphics, or maybe for this event also we had one poster. That is graphic design. UI UX design that we are talking about now. Industrial design, that's for industries. Again, product design, animation design, instructional design. There is a huge list of designs. I can't finish it in one PPT. So there are many types of design, but today we will be focusing on only two. I would not say two, I would say one. That's UI UX design. The two lines that you can see on the screen, right? We will be focusing on that, and we will be getting just a glimpse of what UI UX design is. Okay, I hope you will learn that now. First, there were two words. Okay, there was UI and there was UX. First, we will define what is UI. UI is a process, okay, where you work on beautifying things. You focus on looks or styles of any product you're building. Okay, I won't say it is just for softwares or it's just for building mobile apps. It may be also for building a product. Say you build a chair, you build a Bluetooth speaker, right? How beautiful it looks. So that is UI design. So the full form, as it says, it's user interface design, how a user sees it. Okay, it's a process designers use to build interfaces in software or computerized devices, focusing on looks or styles. That's a simple thing, right? That is UI for you. Next, what is UX? UX is user experience. Now I have built a product and someone is using it. How are they? What do they feel about it? Is it usable? Right? That is what a UX does. That is a process. So user experience design is a process design teams use to create products that provide meaningful and relevant experiences to users. I hope that two terms UI UX is very clear. Okay, so first one is the UI. So you can imagine an apple, which is beautiful, round in shape, has red color, attracting you. But when you take that apple, how are you feeling? And when you're tasting it, is it sweet apple? Is it a sour apple? That is the experience, right? So UI UX is there in everything. Okay, we just have to see it through that thing. So here's an example, guys. It's a funny example, but tells a lot about what UI UX really is. So in the left, we have a UI where there's a beautiful toy that the parents have gifted the small child baby. And it's very nice. When I see the UI, it's very nice. There are a few dolls that are hanging. There's a music that's coming that's illustrated. And the parents are thinking that even the baby is having a good experience, right? But it may not be the same. The baby's view is completely different. It is not even seeing an animal, but it's seeing bottom space of those toys, which doesn't make any sense. It doesn't serve the purpose of the product, right? So this is a huge difference. Even though sometimes the UI is very good, it is very nice, if it is not usable, if it is not making any sense, right, that doesn't make a good product. So that is what it's beautifully illustrated here, and I hope we can all take a page from this. And another great example, right? This can be used as a best example for UI UX, I would say. So we all have seen metal chairs or plastic chairs that we are normally used in our house during olden days, uh, which was not looking so good and was not very comfortable as well, right? It was, we could sit hardly for 30 minutes or 1 hour. That's the max time we could sit with that chair, which we have on the left hand side. Okay, and also when we used to keep it in an office space or At home, it would not look that great. Like, it would not enhance the look and feel of our office or home, whatever it is. But look at the chair on the right, man. It's an ergonomic chair. It looks very beautiful. When you keep it anywhere in your office, in your home, it gives that vibe in your space, right? That is a user interface that is designed like that. UI and user experience. I can sit for hours and work on this chair, man. I don't have to even think about that. So this chair gives us both the UI, that it looks good, and when I sit on it, it feels good. I can, like, sit for long hours, work comfortably. In every office this chair is being used. Imagine having this chair in your office, which would break your back, right? The left hand, which is there on the left hand side, but the right hand side, it looks good in your office, and you can sit on that as well. Okay, so this is what UI UX is, and we have defined the terms UI UX. So since now we have defined the term UI UX, if you guys have any questions or any doubts regarding those terms, please feel free to put it in the chat. Okay, we can address it later. That's fine. I can see students putting attendance. That's also great. But just also ask some questions, or else I should ask your lecturers not to give attendance if you don't ask questions. Yes. Yeah, just kidding. Let's just continue with the topic again. So there's a question that I get asked. Rahul, is UI and UX different, man? Is it different fields? Like UI designers are someone else and UX is something else only. This is a normal question people come and ask me. So what does UI involve? So it involves typography. So when I say typography, it's basically fonts. Okay, whatever the fonts we have, Arial, Lato, all these are fonts. We call it typography. Okay, that's a new word if someone is listening for the first time. And then we speak about colors, animation. We believe that UI designers do this: typography, colors, animation, and many more. They majorly work on designing the product, right? And whereas there is a thing that UX designers, they just work on interaction with the customers or whoever wherever we are finding the problem statement, we do interact with them. We do research. I think that is what we usually think when we say about UX writing and all that stuff. People think that UI people only do these many tasks, and UX people only do these many tasks. They both are different, like, personas. So UI is different technology, UX is a different technology, which is a myth. It's not different technologies, guys. It's same. Okay, they both go hand in hand. And to be in fact, the reality is UI is just a subset of UX. Okay, UI is a part of a process. UX is the entire process. That is what we have to remember. And this is the first thing I want you guys to remember, that UI and UX are not different. It's just that UI is subset of UX. It's a part of the entire process. Okay, it's similar to saying that I want a girl first. Okay, then I will think that whether she is beautiful or not, right? So the user experience is she should be a girl, and then if she is beautiful, or what guna lakshanagalu she should have, that is a UI. It's a part of the process. Not everything going with, like, hudugi separate, beauty separate. No, the girl is not different, the beauty is not different. They both are the same. It's just a process. Same goes with the product. You have a process that is known as UX, and UI is just a part of it, a subset of it. Yeah, I hope that example gives a clear idea. I just want you guys to understand this topic, so I had to give that example. Sorry about that. So I think you understand where UI and UX are. They are both the same. So you don't have to, always refer to it as UI UX. You can also call it UX. So even UI UX designers are called as UX designers as well. Just putting it there. Okay. Now, what does a UI UX designer do? Okay. This is also a question that I get asked, right? What do you do, man? UI UX designer, what do you do? Then I have to explain them what I do, and they don't understand. I hope you guys will understand, because now you know what is UI UX. You guys also know UI is a subset of UX, so you should know it now, right? So we just drink coffee. They just drink coffee. They are normal mammals who drink coffee. and chill. This is what a UI UX designer will do. And with this, he also will make it easy, make it eye pleasing, make it useful, make it accessible. What will he make it easy, eye pleasing, useful, accessible, Rahul? What will he make it? It's a product. The product that is building, he will just make it easy, eye pleasing, useful, and accessible. When I say make it easy, make the entire process, right? For example, you guys order food in Zomato, Swiggy. It's so easy to order food in Zomato, Swiggy. But the same thing, when your lecturer asks to go to V2 website and submit one application, you can't find the link also. His website also is not opening. Of that form is also not opening. Even if it opens, what to fill where, we don't know. 10 times we are going to lecturers, we are asking them which field. Even they are getting confused. Then they will tell us up again, they will research and tell us. Again, we are not filling. That's a bad experience. That's very hard to fill that form there. But in Swiggy and Zomato, we don't ask anyone. When the Swiggy and Zomato was launched, we didn't read textbooks, right? How to use Swiggy, how to use Zomato. We just went to the app. It was so easy to book. Everything was right there. Who has done it? A UI UX designer sitting from the Swiggy or Zomato team has done it, right? Second one, make it eye pleasing. When you build a product, it should be beautiful. Who will use if it is not nice, right? If this presentation is not good, I don't think anyone will see it. So that is one thing. Your product should always be eye pleasing. That is what a UI UX designer will focus on. He will make it eye pleasing. Eye pleasing means beautiful. It should look good. Everyone should be able to see ಎಷ್ಟು ಚಂದ ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ ಮಾರೆ, how good this product is. ಏ ತೆಡ್ಡೆ ಉಂಡು ಪೊರ್ಲುಂಡು ಯಾನೊಂದೇನೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು. So these things, right? We hear these words usually. Okay, these is what a UI UX designer will say, and make it useful. Okay, make this product what you're building, it should be used by the users who are you building it for, right? So if you're building some app for a medical field, then it should be used by that medical person. And if they're not using it, then even if it is beautiful, it's a waste. Okay, it's a waste of resources, it's waste of so much process and everything if it is not useful. So he should make it useful. It should be accessible. Okay, accessible is always not true, because sometimes I might have to do it only for specific users. For example, if I'm building an app just for Srinivas Institute of Technology students, so I just have to think what type of users are there in Srinivas, right? But if I have to build it for the entire Mangalore, then I have to check what type of users are there available there. Okay, and maybe if I'm building an app that say gives colors, there are also people with color blindness, so I will have to think about them as well. So these are small things, small detailing when we call it accessibility. Okay, so what does a UI UX designer do? Again, he makes the product easy to use, he makes it beautiful, eye pleasing, and he makes it useful, and he makes it accessible by everyone. Okay, I hope the job of a UX designer is clear today for everyone. Okay, so I told what is the job of a UI UX designer, right? But how do they solve these problems? Do they really solve these problems? And but how, man? They're magicians. Do they have a magic or something? No, they don't have a magic, but they do have a technique called as design thinking. Okay, for that diagram, what you see below is, I think, a wonderful representation of design thinking. So you have lots of ideas, lots of thoughts coming into your brain, and you just streamline it, make it simple, go on making it simple, build a solution, build a prototype, and then you have a final solution ready for you, right? That's what design thinking does. It's a process where you have a lot of imagination ideas. Okay, there will be so much problem statements coming in, there will be so much ideas coming in. You just have to compress it, go till the last, create that solution, right? That is a method what UI UX designers are using, and I will explain what is that exact process they're doing. First thing in design thinking is empathize. Okay, so understanding people, this is the first process. Okay, what empathizing people really means is I should understand the user's problem. Okay, I should go to them, speak to them, understand their problems, and see what problems they're really facing. I will maybe take 10 problems out of it. Okay. Now, the next step would be I define a problem. I define that problem. Like he told his world problems. For example, okay, let's take an example to understand this process. That will be more easier, is what I feel. Let's say we are building an app to for a patient to take appointment with a doctor. This is what we are building. Now we are empathizing. We are going and talking to a patient. Okay, maybe we went to a hospital. We spoke to a patient. Okay, tell me what problems you're facing. And he said, I have to come here. I have to stand in the queue. That compounder said to go that side. I went this side. I'm not getting the doctor. So we are telling, okay, this is a problem. Now going that side, going this side, we can't help. But he wants to see the doctor. He wants to book the appointment. He wants to see the compounder. This is what it is. He wants to book appointment. That's the end of the day. That's a problem statement. So now we are defining a problem statement. So a patient, he requires an app, okay, to book an appointment with the doctor. We defined a problem statement. This is simple problem statement, by the way. And now we are ideating the process. Now what can be done better? Okay, he can pick his time. We are ideating. We are sitting in a group of team. We are seeing what should be the features available in the app. How can we do this? How can we add a thing? And everything is ideated. Okay, the screens are created. That is when we come to prototype. Okay, we ideate. We will see what and all things we have to do, and then we come to prototyping. In prototype, we create mock-ups. What do I mean by mockups is basically a UI UX things, UI things. Okay, I build a prototype, I build a mockup screen, how my app will look like. Okay, and I will take it to the user. That is where testing happens. We are refining the product. We are showing it to the doctors. It will. So I'm taking my app now to the patient. See, you have to click here to do this. You have to click here to do the booking. You have to select the time. You have to select the date. You will get a doctor. Okay, and I'm going and telling the doctor, see doctor, you want any other features? We are also asking them, so we have built this product for you. If you want to enhance anything, please let us know. That is what refining a product means. The user's feedback is very important to refine the product. Okay, we're making it a better product. Whenever we get any enhancements, it will always turn into a great product. So again, this is a continuous process. It will never ending process. So we are empathizing, we are going and talking to the users, we are understanding their problems, we are defining them, we are going to ideate, we are generating our ideas how we can do it. Okay, then we are building prototype, we are creating mock-up screens, we are showing dummy apps and everything. Then we are going and testing it with the real scenarios. Okay, that is a continuous process, and if we get any feedback, again the same thing repeats. This is how a UI UX designer works. He gets to know the problem, he builds a solution, he goes back to the whoever is the user, he tells them, is this okay for you? If he says yes, great, you have a product. If he says something is wrong, I need more things, then you would come back, you would work on that, or you would say how you can make that app better, right? There's always a scope for improvement, as we believe. Now, after this design thinking is when once everything is settled, then it goes to development, and then they build it as a project. It is a complete software thing where we implement the idea. But this is how mostly the work of a designer goes with. Okay, I hope this is clear, because this is an important part. And also, previously, as I said, you guys will be building some projects in future. I'm sure you will have to go through this process. So if you're planning on, just take this idea, just take this flow of how you should solve a problem, how you should take a problem, and I think it will really help you in your academics as well. You can impress your lecturer there, and you also can use this in your interviews, just to tell them how you have solved a particular problem, right? More than what you have done, more than the final product, it's always good to know the process. Okay, so please just have some focus on this. If someone is really interested in UI UX, maybe you should go deep, understand each and every concept. Feel free to get connected with me as well. That's fine. You can get connected with me on Instagram for unprofessional things, and for LinkedIn, professional things. Okay, so I am available in both the cases. So just a promotion, guys. So we defined what is UI UX. We got to know what they do and how they do. Okay, we define all this. Now we have some knowledge of the UI UX field. I hope so. Okay. Now, since we are having that knowledge, there is two different things of having knowledge. Okay, one, either you become jack of all trades. I know everything. ಎಂಗ ಪೂರ ವರ್ಪುಂಡು ನಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತುಂಟು. ಆರ್ ಯು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಅ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿಸ್ಟ್. ನಂಗೆ ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಗೊತ್ತುಂಟು, ಅದು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಎಂತ ಸಹ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಐ ನೋ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ಬಟ್ ಅದರ್ ದನ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ okay but not so good at it. Understanding my point? It's like how you guys go to lab, final exam lab. You go there. ನಾನು 10 ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಉಂಟು ಸರ್, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇನ್ 10 ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲರ್ನ್ 5 ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್, hope I get any one of the 5 experiments. But that is what we call them as specialists. And generalists are the ones who study everything and go. Okay. So same thing in UI UX also. We have wireframing, we have UX research, UX writing. We also have augmented reality, virtual reality, right? So there are many fields of UX designings. The whole process is divided into sections, different sections, and some people may be good at designing, so they can go into the just wireframing, building mockups. Wireframing is nothing but building mockup screens. You are designing a screen, you're using a tool, maybe Figma or anything of that sort. Okay, XD, Sketch, anything, and you're just building a simple wireframe. It may be a pen and paper as well. Okay, so some people are very good at that. Some people are good at UX research, so they build personas. Okay, UX research is nothing but you are getting the problem statement, you are studying the problem statement, you're going and talking to people, you are building personas. Personas is nothing but, for the example I gave you earlier, if I am building an app for a hospital to book an appointment, I have two personas. One is the patient and one is the doctor. I have to think about both of them. So that is also, some people are very good at that. Okay, some people are good at UX writing. So you might have seen this big websites having paragraphs about their company and everything. There are people who are sitting and writing this. Okay, the pen, they just have a pen and they can change the mindset of the viewer who is viewing their website, right? They just write these sentences that attract you towards their product. That is how it goes. Then in the current technology world, we have the augmented reality, virtual reality, and everything coming up. Some people are very interested in that, and some people can build great UI UX products there as well, and some people are very good at that. Okay, that is what a specialist will do. He has experience in any one of this, very good experience. Okay, specialist has a very good experience in any one of this, and he is well paid for what he is doing. He's getting well paid. Okay, now a generalist is a guy who knows everything. I know wireframing, I know UX research, bit I know UX writing also I can do. Okay, virtual augmented and all I can also do. So I know everything, but not so deep, but I can manage, I can build a product, I have a little bit of knowledge, but not in deep. So usually in India, what happens in India when companies hire, we have that mentality, whoever has much things, right? So if there are two persons, A and B is very good at UX research, but A is a generalist. Okay, Indians would hire a generalist itself, because at the same cost I am getting a person who is doing everything. I pura malpi mare, ayanikku gottunda, imbe kali onji gottupunge. That's what we think. But in bigger companies, in tech giants, they have people assigned to these single individual technologies. I also have a suggestion for you guys. Say some people are not good at designing, or some people are not good at designing. We will take one at a time. And they are very good at writing though. Okay, they are very good at writing. Then they can go and join UX writing. They can learn more about UX writing. Yes. If someone is also interested in UI, augmented and virtual reality, they can go and research more on VUX. Okay, you guys can start from these things. See, UI UX is not always design. That's a big misconception you guys are having. I don't know, it may be because of the social media people, they are posting random things, which is better, that is better, this is better. No, UI UX is not all about design. It's about research. It's about understanding users. Okay. If you're good at speaking, if you're good at research works, then UX research is for you. Start with one thing, guys. Start with any one thing, and you will eventually get, more idea of what UI UX as a field is, and you will start growing. You become a specialist at one field, and then slowly start getting into the field of generalist. Okay, a person who has everything will be Indian companies usually like those kind of people. If he knows all the five things, I'm going to hire that guy. Okay, so if you are planning to come into UI UX, please make sure you start from one point and eventually go on learning things. You still have lots to go. Okay, you still have so much time with you left, so just explore these things. So that is what a generalist means. So generalist is a one who knows everything. He's a jack of all trades, and maybe he's a master, but we can say master of none just to complete the proverb. But a specialist is a guy who knows exactly what that field is, what he has to do, everything he knows, but other fields he might not have idea of. This is what, in simple words, it is. Okay, that is what generalist and specialists mean. Now, there is some dark patterns or the dark side of UI UX that I would like to just show you. You might have already seen it. So there are some dark patterns. Okay, so you might have come across this tricky design patterns, which you might be knowing or you might not be knowing. You might have noticed it, but you might have fallen into that trap, or you might have not noticed it, still fallen into that trap. I will show you a few examples. Okay, so this is one of the signing pages of a social media app. Okay, where that sign up button is designed so well that eventually people's mouse will fill these details and directly go to the sign up page and click that. But why didn't you, the company didn't want you to click on these terms, data policy and cookie policy. So they, even those are buttons. Okay, you can click them and it will eventually take you to a page where you can read all their terms and condition, how much data they are collecting and everything. But if you read that, then you will not feel like signing into the app. So what they wanted to do, they legally have to keep it. So, but they have used this dark pattern where they will just keep it there, but it is not they capturing the attention of the user. Okay, and you directly go and click on sign up without reading the terms and condition. And tomorrow you come and say, I in data ditte mare, or they took our data. That is what we complain about. But that is a pattern. That is a dark pattern that they have used here in one of the social media login pages. And then there was one more shopping website which wanted to collect our email address, right? It says you just enter your email address and you can get best deals by just so what we usually do, okay, if I can get best deals, or say I can get 50-30% offer, then I will just give my email ID. No, what will happen? And you will click on only one option available, you think. But see, there is one button here, no thanks, I don't like deals. They have not highlighted this. They have smartly covered it. They have put both the buttons, they are both below each other, but it is so hidden, it's not even taking attention of the user. So user will eventually come, give the email address, click on show me the deals. Okay, that's how smartly they have put this pattern over here. That was one of the dark pattern effect. Now there is something called as dopamine. You might have heard dopamine. It's just I would say a signal that is generated in our brain whenever we do some exercises. Say we do some exercises and we feel good about ourselves. "Inni gattaya, fittaya. I became fit today." So for that we get one response from the brain. That's like a response. Say I did something new, which I'm feeling good about, right? Now this, they are using it as a service. Dopamine as a service is a thing in UI UX world. In the dark side, you might have seen yourself scrolling through Instagram or Facebook or any social media for hours, just sitting there and weaving. Why? Because there is someone liked your post, message coming up, notification is coming, and your brain is releasing dopamine. Someone shared a meme with you, The brain is releasing dopamine. Kamala shared a meme with you. Rahul, go and check it out now. Rahul became happy. Rahul's dopamine came high. Right? So this is how it is working. They're using that little moments of happiness to capture you for their apps. It is a good UI UX, but it's just a dark side where users will eventually get addicted to the product. That is what their intention is, but which is not good in the long run. So hence it comes under one of the dark sides. Okay. Next, the final question that you all might have, some of you might have, how you can start with UI UX. Okay. See, if you go to YouTube, right, there is another misconception. Again, there are so many UI UX designers who just open Figma, start UI UX designing. I will teach you 3 hours. In 3 hours, I will teach you the whole UI UX designing. What he teaches you a tool. Figma is a tool. Adobe XD is a tool. It's not a field. It's not UI UX. No one thought you about research. No one thought you about what is mockup screens. No one thought you about how to build a persona. What is a design strategy that you have to make. Nothing. They just taught you a tool. Learning Figma and calling yourself as a UI UX designer is not a good thing. Okay. And you just learn about this process. There are beautiful articles on the internet. Okay, I'm not going to name any of the UI UX designer. Everyone is a good designer. Just go do your research. Okay, I'm sure you will get a lot of things on the YouTube. Go and read through the articles and you will learn more. Once you have a basic knowledge of UI UX, try. Okay, you go and build your own problem statement, start building projects, start building mockups. Okay, share it in your LinkedIn. That's very important, guys. That's how I got my jobs as well. Once you get that job, right, then you will feel that motivation to learn more and you guys will start exploring more things. But the first step is it will start from you guys. You guys go and start uh, you know uh, in, just take a random problem statement, start building something on over it. Okay. Start building something over it, and then eventually you will learn. There are many websites like Dribble, Behance, where there are lots of designers who are putting their ideas there. You can use that. You can come and try to learn from their designs. You can learn from their process. Okay. UI UX is not just the design you have to look into. You have to look into the whole process of what the user has gone through. Now, once you design your own product, just go and post it on LinkedIn. Just tell about your process. Like I told it just before a few slides, that it's not the final product that people are interested in. It's the process that people are interested in. And if you are good at that, if you are good at selling yourself on the internet, no one can stop you. Okay. Now, for the people who are not looking into planning on coming to UI UX field, but they are like, what is the use of this in my life or career? Live life is long gone. In my career, the career, I being a Microsoft Power Platform developer myself, I train my team on UI UX, because now it's eventually required for everyone to have at least a basic knowledge of how a product should look like, how a product good user experience should be. Okay, so it may be any field. You might be doing web development, you might be doing industrial design. You have to understand your customers. You have to know their needs. In IT companies, no one will come and teach you all this. It's very rare that you get anyone to teach all this. Maybe you should be thankful for your institute for having this series of Tech Gnana web series. Sorry, not web series, webinars. So yes, I also have learned a lot. I have been following this series of webinars from last 5 days. They were very good, and UI UX will be the part of all those. Okay. And for all the people who have put present, guys, I have been seeing your comments. Very nice you are. And one guy has put penguin also. I like that. That is UI. Now the teacher will feel happy, no, seeing that. See, that is UI UX. Okay. Just for fun. So that's it. That was all about UI UX that I had for you. I hope if you understood what UI UX is, you got to know something new today, and I hope you will go and share this with someone that wants to learn or comes and asks you. A junior will come and ask you, "Ire gottunda UI UX pandada. Do you know what is UI UX?" Then you just explain them what you know. Yes. Thank you everyone for being the beautiful audience. I'm sure. Hopefully you have enjoyed this presentation or the webinar or the talk. If you liked it, just you have already put present in the chats. Just drop a thumbs up or something. I'll be happy for that. And thank you, Shailesh sir, for this opportunity that you provided me to talk today. And thank you, Srimas Institute of Technology, for hosting this wonderful Tech Gnana webinar series. Thankful to everyone. Thank you. Yes, over to you, Mr. Surya.
Thank you, Mr. Rahul.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Once again, thank you from SIT as well as from EC and CSBS department for giving the seminar. I thank all the students for joining this. I hope the session is fruitful. Thank you.
Rahul sir,
Yeah.
am I audible?
Madhusudan, over to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rahul sir,
Yeah.
am I audible?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, you are audible. Yes, yes, I can.
Rahul
I
sir,
can.
actually, you have provided a very beautiful roadmap for our students. Sir. Actually, it's a very good presentation on the UI UX design. As you said, there are n number of tutorials present in the YouTube, but I felt I am not satisfied with those tutorials. Sir. But actually, this 1 hour or it's actually a very meaningful and we learned a lot. Actually, most of my students, they are interested in the UI and UX design. I think it will be a best material for me to share among them to them, sir. It's a very good one, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My pleasure, Mr.
And
Madhusudan. My pleasure.
one more question I have, sir, for you.
Yes, yes.
Sir, I think in the entire UI and UX design, the color
Mhm.
so matters a lot, I think, right?
Yes, yes.
I think, could you
So,
please tell me how to choose a colors or what will be the contrasting colors? That will be helpful, I think, for me especially.
sure, sure. Yeah, sure, sure. I can share that. So basically, this colors and everything, this is a part of UI. As I said, UX, and then there is UI, and in this UI process, we usually choose these colors. For budding engineers, they are usually confused, or some of them might not be good with colors, right? So there is a website called as coolers.com. Okay, maybe I can
Okay.
share my screen. I can share that as well. That's fine.
Yes,
I will
yes.
share my screen. Let me just share that. Coolers.co. Yeah, coolers.co.
Okay.
Yes. So this is one of the website that most of even my colleagues use it. Even I use it for many of my project. So you can come here. You can just start a generator. If you have no idea what colors to use, right? You can just choose a colors from here. Uh, okay, and if you're not satisfied with this color combination, you just click on space and it will change the entire pattern. And if you like, say I like this white color, so I just lock it, and then again if I press my space button, only this color is still there, but other colors have come. I think this will be really helpful for the ones who do not have any idea of colors. But what I usually suggest is just have three colors in your project. Yes, three colors are more than enough to build an entire project. Just keep it simple. Don't make it over complicated by choosing multiple colors, which will be one of the dark color, one will be a dark color, one will be a light color, and one more will be something that you like to highlight. say for example a functional color like a red. So for here, if you can see, blue is highlighted, right? That is how you do it. You just keep 3 or simple colors, and black and white, you will use it in your application. So that is how we can get a good color idea for our products. I hope
Yes,
that
sir. Yes, sir.
answers your
Thank you.
question. And
Yes, sir.
also,
Yes, sir.
I
I
would
got
like
that.
to, yes, and also I would just to add to this question, maybe some of you might have confusions like how I can get designs, right? We don't have much idea on design. I want to build something. There are design systems available from many of the, you just search design systems. There are some of the articles that gives you a better idea of what design systems is. I would appreciate if you can go and check that out. There are design systems by IBM and large companies like Microsoft. Google has its material design, Shopify. All these there are many design systems that are available. So if you have no idea on I want to build a product but I don't have a good designer, you can go to this design system. There we will have all the ready-made components that are already available. There will be guidelines how to use it. You will get all the CSS, colors and everything. The fonts are readily available. Just go and check that out. Yes, this is for the ones who want to, do not have much idea on design, but they have an interest and they can learn eventually. That's always there. You always can learn. Learning is never-ending process. I hope that also will help, Mr. Madhusudan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. It was a very meaningful and a useful session for us. And I think the students started commenting for you. Okay, it was a very interesting session and all. They liked it actually.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes,
And
sir,
please give attendance to only ones
sure,
who
sir.
commented. Yeah.
Yes. And I think
Sure.
we are expecting one offline session from you if you are free in the future.
We can have it. Yeah. I will wait.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
I'll
Thank you
wait.
very much for joining us.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Madhusudan.
sir.
Thank you, Surya. Thank you, students. Bye.